2026. Good evening and welcome to News Express on Adami Mogo 93.1 FM Lagos. A blend of national, local, political, international sports and entertainment news. I'm Ayo Adekeye and all the news in detail. We begin from Abuja, where President Bola Tinubu will on Wednesday swear in Olatunji Disu as a substantive Inspector General of Police, with or without screening by the Senate. President's spokesman Bayo Ononuga revealed this after the National Police Council confirmed Disu as the IGP following the resignation of former IG Kaide Wetokun. According to Ononuga, Disu's track record made his confirmation seamless, with some of the governors he served under testifying to his outstanding abilities.
On the advert of the Senate, the screening of an IG of police.
In his reaction, Chairman Nigeria's Governors Forum and Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak noted that Disu has an important role to play in midwifing the successful execution of state police.
He has his work cut out for him, especially in this age of talks about state police. Now, the challenges are there. He's been through it. He did a major assignment with the Rapid Response in Lagos State and FCT, so he has a record to show that he can perform. There's great expectation from the states, 36 states and FCT, which he has to organize. Wish him all the best, and we look forward to working with him.
The former AIG assumed office as the acting Inspector General of Police last Wednesday at a brief ceremony at the Louis Ede House in Abuja, shortly after President Bola Tinubu decorated him as the acting IGP. Until his appointment, Disu served in Ondo, Ogun, Rivers, and was later deployed by Betoku to Abuja as Commissioner of Police of the Federal Capital Territory. And now the federal government has commenced implementation of Executive Order 9 of 2026, which mandates the direct remittance of all revenues to the Federal Account Allocation Committee, FAC. The move follows the inaugural meeting of the Implementation Committee for the Executive Order on February 26. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, said revenues accruing to the Federation from petroleum operations must be managed in line with constitutional principles. He said the President has directed NNPC Limited to cease with immediate effect the collection of 30% management fee and a 30% Frontier Exploration Fund deductions from profit oil and profit gas under production sharing contracts. The minister added that the committee would continue to provide coordinated guidance and timely updates as implementation progresses. Elsewhere, the Nigeria Governors Forum has endorsed the direct remittance of oil and gas revenues into the Federation accounts, describing the move as crucial to enhancing fiscal transparency. In a statement, the chairman of the NGF and governor of Kwara State, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, described the Federation accounts as the backbone of intergovernment fiscal system. According to him, the focus is on how the reforms will improve transparency and constitutional alignment of Federation accounting flows at all levels of government. President Bola Tinubu on February 13 signed Executive Order 9, directing the realignment of oil and gas revenue flows with constitutional provisions and clarifying regulatory responsibilities in the petroleum sector. And now to security, where the family of a former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has refuted reports that sophisticated phone tapping equipment and sensitive security documents were recovered during a raid on his father's apartment. Son to El-Rufai, Mohammed El-Rufai, who represents Kaduna North Federal Constituency, in a statement today, described the claims as false and politically motivated, insisting that no sophisticated tapping equipment was seized during the search. Earlier, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, said it had recovered wiretapping equipment allegedly capable of tapping conversations at the Abuja residence of the former governor. The commission alleged that the former governor declined to cooperate with investigators, opting to remain silent until he's brought before a court. However, Rufai's son accused the commission of engaging in a media war rather than adhere to the rule of law. On the issues of alleged non-cooperation, the statement defended Rufai's decision to remain silent during interactions with investigators, describing it as a constitutional right. And now the Chief Judge of Federal High Court, Justice John Tosher, has confirmed receiving an invitation from the Code of Conduct Bureau and has indicated readiness to appear before the agency. In a statement today by the Director of Information of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, Catherine Christopher, the court said the judge remained fully committed to cooperating with Bureau in respect of his invitation. Justice Tosher's planned appearance before the Bureau follows an investigation that alleged the judge failed to declare several bank accounts as required by law, potentially breaching Nigeria's Code of Conduct regime. Under the law, public officers must declare all assets, liabilities and accounts, including domiciliary accounts. False or incomplete declarations can attract sanctions, including removal from office, disqualification from public office for up to 10 years, and forfeiture of improperly declared assets. And also politics, where the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has accused former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, and other opposition figures of double standards over the issue of electronic transmission of election results in the Electoral Act. During a media chat today, Wike accused Amechi of persuading former President Muhammadu Buhari not to sign the provision approving electronic transmission of results when they were in power.
Do you remember, under Buhari, the issue of electoral transmission came. People that wrote to me, Amechi, they were in government. They said, no, don't sign. If you sign, you lose the election. Nobody now talks like, and this is the same person now who's coming out to the public to say, look, that's your electronic transmission. But while he was here, he refused, simply because he felt his boss would be affected. Now, we're here. They did not say there should not be electronic transmission. All they said, in case and it's likely to be, let us not disenfranchise people by not allowing their vote to be counted. No matter how we claim, you and I complain a lot about internet.
In a separate interview, African Democratic Congress National Working Committee member Kenneth Okonkwo faulted the amended electoral law, noting that the APC wants to use the institutionalized methods to rig the election before the day of election.
APC started their digitalized registration almost last year, and they now came to make it a law and say a month. For parties, some parties were registered just last month, registered for the first time. And then you're giving them this Herculean task that you could not even give INEC, that you will give 400 billion naira. You're telling INEC, no, you cannot transmit. INEC is saying, no, we can't. We have the capacity. You heard Josh among people. We have the capacity. And you're telling INEC, you that don't know anything in INEC. And then you're telling parties, they must digitalize before 1 month. Can't you see? It is obvious. This is fraud. This is capture. They want to capture the election before it happens.
Another chieftain of the ADC, Professor Partitomi, submitted that the government should return the so-called law to the National Assembly and make a new law that reflects the desire of the people.
When politics gets to a point that the people lose complete interest, they think politicians are a bunch of coup plotters who use their positions to prevent the will of the people from being known. And I don't think the people who are playing these games between the Senate and the presidency quite understand where they are going and where this will lead Nigeria. And this is why it is an imperative of progress in Nigeria that they return that so-called law, National Assembly, and make a law that reflects what the Nigerian people want. Representatives are agents, and their role is to reflect the interest of the people.
However, Wike maintained that the new Electoral Act does not prohibit electronic transmission of results, but seeks to prevent disenfranchisement by allowing manual transmission where electronic transmission fails. Now to diplomatic matters, where the federal government says it has initiated emergency response mechanisms to ensure the safety of Nigerians residing in the Middle East amid the ongoing hostilities between Iran and the United States. Spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimebi Bimfa, revealed that the ministry is in close contact with the missions in affected countries, assuring that Nigerian citizens will be adequately protected.
As we speak now, I'm in touch with all our missions in the affected countries. We don't have a mission in Bahrain, a physical embassy in Bahrain, but our embassy in Kuwait covers Bahrain. So there was a reported case of a Nigerian that was injured, but I think he walked into a medical facility and he was treated, and I think currently he's stable and not in a life-threatening situation. We called on de-escalation of the crisis based on the UN Charter and Geneva Convention that all speaks about the peaceful resolution of disputes between countries.
Similarly, the Director of Media and Public Relations of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Abdurrahman Balogun, said although there may be Nigerians in Iran, none has officially reached out to the Commission for assistance. According to him, the suspension of flights makes any immediate evacuation impossible, except if a ceasefire is declared. Speaking on the possibility of activating a full evacuation plan, Balogun said certain conditions must be met before the federal government can intervene. Now back home, Lagos State Scholarship Board has extended the registration deadline for its 2025-2026 bursary and scholarship awards to March 6. In a public service announcement issued by its Public Affairs Unit, the board said the extension provides an additional opportunity for eligible indigenous students across the country who are yet to complete the registration. The board advised all interested candidates to take advantage of the window and ensure the applications are submitted promptly, stressing that there would be no further extension. According to the statement, eligibility is strictly limited to newly admitted 2025-2026 students and previously admitted Lagos State indigents who did not apply in previous years. And still within the metropolis, the state government has commenced day 2 of its joint clearance operations in the Apapa area as part of efforts to restore order and improve environmental conditions within the axis. Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokumbo Wahab, disclosed this in a statement, noting that the exercise is being carried out in collaboration with State Task Force, Nigerian Navy Ship Bancroft, the Nigerian Army, and other security agencies. According to Wahab, the operation is aimed at restoring environmental sanity, removing illegal obstructions, securing public spaces, and ensuring free movement along critical corridors. He said the coordinated effort will be sustained until lasting order is achieved, reaffirming government's commitment to reclaiming public infrastructure and maintaining a clean, safe, and functional environment. Similarly, Lagos State Waste Management Authority, LOMA, has carried out a comprehensive clearance, deep mop-up and sanitization exercise across multiple sections of the Mile 2 to Badagry Expressway corridor. According to a post on social media, the cleanup operation affected Abule Ado, BRT corridors, Agboju Median, and Volks Median. LOMA said the sustained commitment is restoring environmental order along major transit corridors. It urged residents and road users to maintain these gains by disposing of waste responsibly and patronizing assigned PSP operators. You're listening to News Express on Adami Mogo 93.1 FM Lagos. Still to come. On sport, Ahmed Musa denies link to FC Kayes, vows to focus on Kano Pillars. And on entertainment, Zendaya, Tom Holland sparks secret wedding rumors.
Listen to Adami Mogo 93.1 FM from any part of the world. Download the Adami Mogo 931 FM app from Google Play Store and Radio Garden. Follow us on Adami Mogo 931 FM on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have eyewitness stories or exclusive to share, contact the Adami Mogo FM newsroom via mail at newsroom@adamimogofm.com. Or you can dial 070-634-03583. You can dial 090-319-69629. Adami Mogo 93.1 FM Lagos, voice of the light.
That's to know you're still with us, and now to the rest of our stories. On the foreign scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin has discussed risks of escalation around Iran in a phone call with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The Kremlin said both sides expressed serious concern about the real risks of the conflict spreading, which has already affected territories of a number of Arab countries and could have catastrophic consequences. Putin told Mohammed bin Salman that there is an urgent need to resolve the extremely dangerous situation through political and diplomatic means. In the meantime, Saudi Arabia shot its biggest domestic oil refinery after an Iranian retaliation force targeted one of its refineries, shutting down oil and gas facilities across the Middle East. And to sport, former Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa has denied reports linking him to a return to Europe. Musa has been linked with a move to Kazakhstan's side FC Kayseri after the club recently signed his former Super Eagles teammate Victor Moses. According to sources close to the player, the forward is firmly fixed on restoring Kano Pillars' glory. The former Leicester City who doubles as a player and a manager of Kano Pillars, said the same Musa side of the MPFL remains his priority. Musa last played in Europe for Turkish Super League outfit Sivasspor. In the world of entertainment, actress Zendaya and Tom Holland have reportedly tied the knot in a private wedding ceremony, according to Zendaya's longtime stylist, Laura Rauch. Rauch, who has worked with Zendaya for more than a decade and is considered one of her closest collaborators, told newsmen that the wedding had already happened. Neither Zendaya nor Holland has publicly confirmed the news, and representatives from both stars have yet to respond to requests for comment. The pair, both 29 years old, met in 2017 while filming Spider-Man: Homecoming. Their chemistry during the film press tour sparked speculation about a romance, which was later confirmed in July 2021. Speculation about the engagement began in January 2025 when Zendaya was seen wearing a diamond ring at the Golden Globe Awards. Earlier this year, rumors of a secret wedding circulated after Zendaya was spotted wearing a gold band instead of her engagement ring. And as we conclude News Express on Adami Mugo 93.1 FM Lagos, here's a recap of the biggest stories. I told you President Bola Tinubu will on Wednesday swearing Olatunji Disu as the Inspector General of Police, with or without the screening by the Senate. The family of former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has refuted reports that sophisticated phone tapping equipment were recovered during a raid on his Abuja residence. Finally, in the news, Lagos State Scholarship Board extended the registration deadline for its 2025-2026 Bursary and Scholarship Awards to March 6. And that's News Express. On behalf of the production team, I'm Ayo Adike saying thank you for listening. Good evening.
See why I saw yesterday. Which kind of is this? When this Nigeria won't see how she will just scatter. All my wife don't turn brown. God, I beg.
You vote last election. You vote.
Vote asal. You know as I did be now. You know street. No one know what time no day now. Vote asal. So country dey improve.
Hey, if I know vote, I know get to power. Your vote now your power.
I want to cock yourself. Sell your vote, just sell your future, but sell your birthright. How much divided by 4 years? How much vote?
Your vote and your power. No door. Make we choose leaders wey sabi. Your PVC, your future. No waste time.
No sell your vote.
Àsìkò ìròyìn ti tó, ó yá ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ̀bọ̀, lórílẹ̀ lálejò bóyá, lọ́mọdé lágbà, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ owó, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ ọmọ ìròyìn tó jẹ́ ojúlówó rédíò nílẹ̀ tí máa gbọ́ 93.1 FM ìkànnì tó tayọ, Lekki lọ́nà fún kalẹ̀ sí nítorí èkó, Adami Mogo FM bóyá. jẹ́ kábà tó wọ́n tán àdàbí mọ́tò lọ́ọ̀lẹ́ ló fi tán.
Akotan Iroyin ló ń dé sí etí ìgbẹ̀yìn láti ṣe rédíò Adámimógo 93.1 FM tó kalẹ̀ sílùú Lekki ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Adélékè Kẹ́hìndé náà ni oníròyìn síwájú ẹgbọ́n àwọn kókó tó jẹ́ pé ó jẹyọ nínú ìròyìn ọ̀hún. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ni yóò búra yàn sípò Alàgbà Dísù gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gá àgbà pátá àjọ ọlọ́pàá orílẹ̀-èdè yìí lọ́jọ́rú ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí o. Àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí alàgbà El-Rufai àti àjọ ICPC ni wọ́n jọ ń fi ẹ̀sùn kọ́ ara wọn látàrí ẹ̀sùn ẹ̀rọ tí ń ka ọ̀rọ̀ sílẹ̀ eléyìí tí wọ́n kófin rẹ̀ nílé alàgbà El-Rufai. Bákan náà ní láti ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjọ tí ń ṣètò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ni ó ti rọ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ kópa láti fi orúkọ sílẹ̀ kó tó tó ọjọ́ 6 nínú oṣù kẹta ọdún tá a wà yìí. Wáyé ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ni yóò búra yàn sípò Alàgbà Ọlátúnjí Dísù gẹ́gẹ́ bí ojúlówó ọ̀gá àgbà pátá àjọ ọlọ́pàá lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà bí àwọn aṣòfin ṣe àyẹ̀wò tàbí wọn ò ṣe àyẹ̀wò rẹ̀. Ẹni tó jẹ́ agbẹnusọ àjọ fún ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí Alàgbà Báyọ̀ Ọ̀nànúgà ọ̀nà ni ó fi ọ̀rọ̀ yìí léde lẹ́yìn tí àwọn ikọ̀ aláṣẹ àjọ ọlọ́pàá orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ti bọwọ́ lu Dísù gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gá àgbà pátá ọlọ́pàá lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn tí ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá tẹ́lẹ̀ Gbẹ́ni Káyọ̀dé Ẹgbẹ́tókun tó ti kọ̀wé fipò náà sílẹ̀. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Alàgbà Ọ̀nànúgà ó sọ di mímọ̀ pé àwọn iṣẹ́ akitiyan tí Alàgbà Dísù ṣe sílẹ̀ látẹ̀yìnwá ó wà nínú ohun tí ó mú dé ipò ọ̀hún pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn gómìnà tó ṣiṣẹ́ lábẹ́ rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n ròyìn akitiyan rẹ̀ wípé ó pèrègèdè láti wà lórí ipò ọ̀hún. Nígbà tí ó ń fèsì ẹni tó jẹ́ alága àwọn gómìnà gbogbo lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà tó tún jẹ́ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara Alàgbà Abdulrahman Abdulrazak ó tọ́ka wípé Alàgbà Dísù ó ní ipa pàtàkì láti kó láti jẹ́ kí àlàyé ìdásílẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ó wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Igbákejì ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ ọlọ́pàá tẹ́lẹ̀ rí náà nígbà ló ti gba ipò adelé ọ̀gá àgbà pátá àjọ ọlọ́pàá lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ní ọjọ́rú ọ̀sẹ̀ tí ó kọjá níbi ayẹyẹ tí wọ́n ṣe nílùú Àbújá tí ṣe nílùú orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ní kété lẹ́yìn tí ààrẹ orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Tinubu múra fún un gẹ́gẹ́ bí adelé ọ̀gá àgbà pátá àjọ ọlọ́pàá nílẹ̀ yìí ó tó gba ipò yìí. Alàgbà Dísù ọ̀nà ni ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun, ìpínlẹ̀ Oǹdó, Èkó, Rivers kí ọ̀gá àgbà ọlọ́pàá àná ní Alàgbà Káyọ̀dé Ẹgbẹ́tókun ó tó darí rẹ̀ padà sílùú Àbújá gẹ́gẹ́ bí alákòóso àjọ ọlọ́pàá nílùú orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Àgbáríjọ àwọn gómìnà lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ti buwọ́ lu àṣẹ pípawó eléyìí tí ó wọlé nínú epo rọ̀bì àti afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì sínú àpò ìkówósí ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí eléyìí tí wọ́n ṣe àpèjúwe ìgbésẹ̀ náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbésẹ̀ láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo lọ bí ó ti yẹ ọ́ láì fìgbà kan bọ ìkan nínú káàkiri gbogbo ẹ̀ka ìjọba mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta. Inú àtẹ̀sóde ti alága àgbáríjọ àwọn gómìnà náà tó tún jẹ́ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara Alàgbà Abdulrahman Abdulrazak ṣe àpèjúwe àpò ìkówósí ìjọba àpapọ̀ náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀pákòtẹ̀lẹ̀ fún ẹ̀ka ìjọba gbogbo. Inú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ náà ni bí àtúnyẹ̀wò náà yóò ṣe mú àlékún bá pípèrègèdè àti níbàámu ìlànà òfin kó máa wọlé sàṣùṣe sápò ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ka ìjọba. Ẹ̀wẹ̀ Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu lọ́jọ́ 13 oṣù kejì ọdún yìí bu ọwọ́ lu àṣẹ 9 eléyìí tó pàṣẹ sísan owó tí ń wọlé láti inú epo rọ̀bì àti afẹ́fẹ́ gáàsì pẹ̀lú bí òfin ṣe là á kalẹ̀
àti bí ó ṣe yànnàná rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ojúṣe ẹ̀ka ilé-iṣẹ́ epo bẹntiró lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. alákòóso fún olúlu orílẹ̀‐èdè nàìjíríà nílùú àbújá alàgbà Nyesom Wike ti fi ẹ̀sùn kan alákòóso tẹ́lẹ̀ rí fún ìgbòkègbodò ọkọ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí alàgbà Rotimi Amesio àti àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan míì nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alátakò látàrí awuyewuye wọn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìlànà àti òfin fífi àbájáde èsì ìdìbò léde lọ́nà ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé. lásìkò tó ń bá wọn oníròyìn sọ̀rọ̀ lónìí òde yìí Wike fi ẹ̀sùn kan alàgbà Amesio bí ó ṣe ń kọ́pa fún ààrẹ àná olóògbé Muhammadu Buhari láti má bọ̀wọ́ lu àbádòfin tí ó fi àyè gba ṣíṣàmúlò ìlànà àti òfin fífi àbájáde ètò ìdìbò léde lọ́nà ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé lásìkò tí wọ́n ń tukọ̀ ìṣèjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. torí ìdí èyí ọ̀kan pàtàkì nínú àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́ṣe nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú African Democratic Congress ìyẹn alàgbà Kenneth Okonkwo ni ó ti di ẹ̀bírú àyípadà òfin ètò ìdìbò tí ó sì tọ́ka rẹ̀ wípé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú All Progressives Congress ló fẹ́ ṣe àmúlò ọgbọ́n àlùmọ̀rọ̀kọ́rọ́ yìí o láti ṣe màgòmágó ètò ìdìbò kí ọjọ́ ètò ìdìbò ọ̀hún tó wáyé ni. bákan náà ni aṣáájú mìíràn nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú African Democratic Congress ọ̀hún ADC ọ̀hún ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Pat Itomi ó mẹ́nu bà ipò yẹ kí ìjọba ó dá òfin ọ̀hún padà sí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àgbà ni kí wọ́n sì ṣe òfin tí ará ìlú ń fẹ́ lọ́kàn àyà wọn. ẹ̀wẹ̀ Wike ni ó tẹnpẹlẹ mọ́ wípé òfin náà ní kò ṣe ìdíwọ́ fún ṣíṣètò èsì àbájáde ètò ìdìbò léde nílànà ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé ṣùgbọ́n láti gbégi dínà fífi àyè gba ṣíṣàmúlò ìlànà kíkéde bí ó ti ṣe wà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí níbi tí ṣíṣàmúlò ìlànà fífi èsì ìbò léde lọ́nà ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé bá ti kùnà. àjọ tí ń gbógun ti àwọn tí wọ́n hùwà àjẹbánu nílẹ̀ yìí ìyẹn àjọ ICPC ti sọ di mímọ̀ pé àwọn ti ṣe àgbàpadà ẹ̀rọ òmọ̀ kan ilé tí ń ka ohùn sílẹ̀ ilé tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀sùn rẹ̀ kan gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kaduna alàgbà El-Rufai pé wọ́n ṣe àmúlò rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí lẹ́rẹ̀ láti ká gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ilé tí ó ń sọ nínú ibùgbé rẹ̀ nílùú Àbújá ilé tí wọ́n ní ó ń ká sílẹ̀ o. àjọ òun sọ di mímọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn ohun èlò ilé tí wọ́n fura sí wípé wọ́n ń ṣàmúlò rẹ̀ ọ̀nà ni wọ́n ń gbé kúrò nílé alàgbà El-Rufai lójú ìyàwó rẹ̀ ìyẹn abilékọ Hadiza àti ọmọ rẹ̀ ọkùnrin Muhammed Bello lásìkò tí wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò sílé alàgbà El-Rufai nílùú Àbújá. àjọ náà ti fi ẹ̀sùn kan gómìnà tẹ́lẹ̀ rí náà bí ó ti ṣe kùnà láti fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ikọ̀ tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìwádìí ìdí kókó ọ̀hún tó sì ní lọ́kàn láti dákẹ́ jẹ́ o títí wọ́n fi mú dé iwájú àwọn adájọ́ ní ilé ẹjọ́. àjọ ICPC náà tún sọ gbangba wípé àwọn ti tẹ́wọ́ gba ìwé àṣẹ lábẹ́ òfin láti ilé ẹjọ́ magistrate tó wà ní Buhari ní olúlu orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti fi El-Rufai sí ìpamọ́ fún ọjọ́ 14 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ èyí tí yóò parí ní ọjọ́bọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí. padà sí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ni ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ kejì iṣẹ́ àkànṣe àjùmọ̀ṣe pípalẹ̀ mọ́ ní agbègbè Àpápá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti wà nínú akitiyan rẹ̀ láti ṣe ìdápadà àṣẹ àti láti ṣe àlékún ìmọ́tótó àyíká ní agbègbè ọ̀hún. alákòóso fẹ́ẹ̀ka ètò àyíká àti àmúṣọrọ̀ omi ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí alàgbà Tòkunbọ̀ Wahab ni ó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí nínú àfilédè rẹ̀ tó sì tọ́ka wípé àwọn ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ àjọ adigbolujà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó yẹn àjọ task force láìgbàgbé àjọ ológun orí omi àti àjọ ológun orí ilẹ̀ àti àwọn àjọ ẹ̀ṣọ́ elétò ààbò mìíràn. iná ọ̀rọ̀ alàgbà Wahab èròǹgbà iṣẹ́ àkànṣe náà ni láti jẹ́ kí ètò ìmọ́tótó agbègbè náà ó pérégedé o láti ṣe àmúkúrò àwọn àtíbàbà ilé tí ó lòdì sófin tí ń ṣe ìdíwọ́ fún lílọ bíbọ̀ ọkọ̀ ní agbègbè Àpápá. ó wá sọ di mímọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ àkànṣe àjùmọ̀ṣe ọ̀hún ni ó túbọ̀ tẹ̀síwájú títí tí àṣẹ yóò fi fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ níbẹ̀ tó sì tún ṣe àrídájú ìpinnu ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti ṣe ìgbàpadà ohun amáyédẹrùn ará ìlú kí wọ́n lè wà ní tónítóní láti tún jẹ́ kí ètò ààbò péye àti ní àyíká tó dùn ún wò ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. àjọ kólẹ̀ kódọ̀ tí àjọ lọ́mà ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ àkànṣe pípalẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn ohun ẹ̀gbìn àti ṣíṣètò gbalẹ̀ngbàtà láwọn apá ibì kan ní ojúnà mile 2 sí ojúnà márosẹ̀ àgbádárìgì ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ẹgbẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ṣe àtẹ̀sóde rẹ̀ lójú òpó ayélujára. iṣẹ́ àkànṣe kólẹ̀ kódọ̀tí náà ni ó kan ojúnà ọkọ̀ akérò ìjọba yẹn tí a mọ̀ sí BRT ní abúlé àdó títí ó fi dé agbójú títí dé agbègbè fọ́ọ̀ksì lójúnà àgbádárìgì. àjọ lọ́mà ó sọ di mímọ̀ pé ìpinnu àjọ náà ni láti jẹ́ kí àwọn ojúnà ọ̀hún ó wà ní ìmọ́tótó. ó wá rọ àwọn olùgbé agbègbè ọ̀hún àti àwọn tí ń ṣàmúlò ojúnà náà láti rí dájú pé wọ́n ń ṣàmúlò àwọn ohun ìkólẹ̀sí kí wọ́n sì tún máa gbé àwọn ilẹ̀ ìdọ̀tí wọn fún àwọn àjọ akólẹ̀ PSP tó jẹ́ ojúlówó ilé tí wọ́n yàn sí agbègbè ọ̀hún. gẹ́gẹ́ bí àtẹ̀sóde eléyìí ṣe jẹ́ o àjọ tí ń ṣètò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ni ó ti rọ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó fẹ́ kópa láti fi orúkọ sílẹ̀ kí tó tó ọjọ́ 6 oṣù kẹta ọdún tá a wà yìí. àkótó ìròyìn kò ní ju báyìí lọ nírọ̀lẹ́ tòní ṣùgbọ́n ṣáká tó máa lọ ẹgbẹ́ àkókò tó jẹ́ pé ó jẹyọ nínú rẹ̀ ọ̀hún. nínú ẹ̀yìn náà tí a kà títí gbọ́ iná ilẹ̀ tòní àká sí ilé ti pé ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà rẹ̀ Bọ́lá Tinubu ni ó búra èèyàn sípò fún alàgbà Désù gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gá àgbà pátá àjọ ọlọ́pàá lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà lọ́jọ́rú ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí o. àtúnfi tó yín létí pé àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí El-Rufai àti àjọ ICPC ni wọ́n jọ ń fi ẹ̀sùn kan ara wọn o látàrí ẹ̀sùn ẹ̀rọ tí ń ká ọ̀rọ̀ sílẹ̀ eléyìí tí wọ́n kò fìrí nílé alàgbà El-Rufai ti ṣe nílùú Àbújá. àtúnfi tó yín létí pé àjọ tí ń ṣètò ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ni wọ́n ti rọ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo tí wọ́n fẹ́ kópa tí wọ́n sì ń fẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti fi orúkọ sílẹ̀ kí ó tó ọjọ́ 6 oṣù kẹta ọdún tá a wà yìí. àkótó ìròyìn kò ní ju báyìí lọ nírọ̀lẹ́ tòní yókù tún di ọ̀la òde yìí nígbà tẹ́ máa pàdé àwọn akọ ẹgbẹ́ mi fún ìròyìn lọ́kàn ọ̀jọ̀kan iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Adami Mogo 93.1 FM tó kalẹ̀ sílùú Lekki ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. ǹjẹ́ ní orúkọ Ayọ̀ Adékẹ́yẹ tó jẹ́ pé òun náà ni olóòtú ìròyìn òun náà lèmi Adélékè Kẹ́hìndé tí mo ṣe àyàn gbìfọ̀ rẹ̀ tún síkà á sẹ́tì gbẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń gbọ́ alẹ́ sọ fún yín pé ẹkú ọ̀lẹ́ akọ afẹ́fẹ́ tí ń fẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí afẹ́fẹ́ ilẹ̀ Canada yá sí kó gbẹ o ẹ̀mí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà yóò kíkà rẹ̀ láṣẹ ọ̀làwùrà bí ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé lágo 7 àṣálẹ́ lórí ètò Ògo Ìjẹ̀bú ẹ ṣó 10:30 sí wa ire o gàbìtì.